Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Chloe Brown and I'm so happy that you clicked on this video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I am so happy that you're here as well. Thank you so much for always supporting me and loving me in everything that I do. Okay, in this video, I am going to show you guys this hairstyle. Well, obviously it's already done, but let's just pretend that my hair's a mess, and here's the picture. You guys wanted a tutorial on this so bad. The day that I posted this picture, I had gotten so many DMs, so many comments of people asking me to recreate this look. Now I've done something similar to this. The front was a little different. I'm going to show you guys how to do that in this tutorial too. And I'm going to go over exactly how to wand curl using a regular curling iron. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So this bottom section, I slept with my hair like halfway wet last night. I always straighten my bottom sections because you can't really tell when your hair's curled on top. So y'all know I'm gonna come in with the new classic flat iron from Croc. This is the flat iron I've been using for 8+ years. I love this thing, I swear by it. And I have it set to 330. You don't need super high heat on your hair. Sometimes I even do as low as like 320, 300. But we are just going to flat iron my undercut that is halfway grown out. We're getting there. It's just got a little inch or two to go. I'm gonna flatten this whole side, and we are going to slightly curve all of the hair underneath towards my neck. All right, I don't want it too sleek because it sounds weird. I still want it to be a little puffy because I want there to be volume. So I don't want it to be like super straight. Before I curl anything, I like to slightly flat iron the ends. And that is just so it's sleek. I don't really want my ends curled, and it lays better in my opinion. So I'm gonna put my flat iron to the lowest setting, which is 270 degrees. We're just gonna take the bottom inch or two of hair and just run it quickly through, just to make everything smooth. I'm gonna take the Conair Pro Ceramics tool, Porcelain series. All of these tools have very long names. But I get this at Sally Beauty. This is a 3/4 inch curling iron. I will put the link below if you guys wanna check it out. It's like 30 bucks. It's a really great deal. I really like these curling irons. I'm gonna take this first section right behind my ear. Now, I think a misconception about curling irons is you can't wand curl with a curling iron. You have to buy a curling wand. That's not true. You just lift up the little thing, the little clamp, and just wrap it around and just keep it open. I personally like this because I feel like I have more control over the curling iron, because if I want to let my hand go and like take a break, I can. I don't have to hold it the entire time. But it's easier for me. And it saves you money because you don't need two tools that do the same thing. Okay, so we're gonna curl towards my face this time. So what you wanna do with these wand curls is you wanna not make them flat when you twist them around the barrel. You wanna keep that twist or curl, yeah, it's more of a twist on the hair. And that's kind of what makes these curls very different from a regular barrel curl, is they have a different, like a wave to them, but a curl, because you're technically curling it in two ways. When I get to the longer sections, I think you'll understand better. So I'm just gonna fast forward through this whole bottom section and then we'll move to the top. I'm gonna stop right here and just tell you guys, when you move on to the other side of your hair, transfer hands and then flip your curling iron upside down, open the clamp, and then start on this side. And that way you don't burn yourself. Okay, now we're coming on to the top sections of hair, and you can see how much shorter the curls end up making your hair feel or look. But I'm just gonna flat iron just the bottom sections. I'm gonna start on this side just so I can show you guys with the curling iron upside down exactly how it looks. I'm also gonna go over how to wrap your hair around the barrel for a wand curl. Now, the smaller the sections, the tighter the curl, just so you guys know. The bigger the sections, the more wavy the curl. So you're gonna take your curling iron. I always put the little clasp thing down. Make sure that the clamp is on top so you don't burn yourself. Wrap it around and twist as you're wrapping, and then keep those last 2 inches out to 1 or 2 inches, and then unwrap. And then that is how your curl should look. Right, next section, I'm gonna do it towards my face, wrapping around. You see how there's like a little, it looks kind of bubbly because it's twisted. So it looks more lumpy than this one. This one doesn't really have a twist at all because that was the first wrap around, but every twist after that should. Okay, away from my face. And notice I'm not really touching the curls. I touched that first one so you guys can see, but I'm not touching the curls. I'm letting them come to room temperature before I play with them. And I think that's a huge key into curling your hair, is let it cool down, because while it's still hot, it's mendable and you can change its positioning and what it looks like. When the hair's cooled down, it kind of keeps that memory of what you did to it while it was hot. If you are still having trouble with curling your hair, I highly suggest using like a sea salt spray. I think they're called like sea salt texture sprays. They're wet. Put that in your hair, kind of let it set in and dry, and then curl your hair, or use a dry texture spray right before you go to curl your hair. Those things add grit and something in there to help you keep your curl. You could also spray hairspray right after you curl. I don't suggest spraying hairspray right before, unless it's like a wedding day. It's like a one-time thing, but not an everyday hairstyle. So make sure you're looking at my technique of how I'm holding the barrel. I am holding it over my head, the clamp is up, and I'm twisting. I'm kind of putting pressure like away from my head so I don't burn my hair or my scalp, just to make sure like I don't get lazy and then the curling iron burns. I'm lifting it so there's a good like 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch away from my scalp. For the top section, I like to part it down the middle. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want a lot of body when I flip it over. So I'm gonna curl the hair in an opposite direction than I want it to lay, and that way there's a lot of body on the top. It's just my little trick on how I get volume. So I'm gonna go in here and flat iron the ends. All right, now we're gonna take this first section and we're gonna curl it away from the face. Since that was a smaller section, I didn't want to hold it for very long because it would have been way too curly. And then everything is going to be away towards, in every other direction, or every other piece of hair, do it in every other direction. Also, a good tip here is if you want body in your hair and you want that tease your hair before you curl it, especially if your hair doesn't really hold a curl very well, because right when you start brushing through it and adding that tease, it's going to take all of your curl out. I will show you on this side because I do want body in the back and on the sides. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all my hair back here and add a tease. Now you can hairspray this or texture spray this, whatever you desire, and really concentrate that tease right at the root so when you lay it down, your tease is there. Take a little section and curl it. All right, and for this section, I'm gonna add tease right here. Just like that. And then we're gonna curl this. Same thing with this section. I'm just gonna add that tease. All right, last piece. Well, last tiny section. Okay, so this side is all curled. It has all the teas I think I need in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and brush it out. Okay, just like that. And then I'm gonna flip this over and brush it out as well. Kind of want some more hair over here. Brush this out. Now I should have teased over here beforehand, but we're okay. We're just gonna add some teas right there. Maybe another section right there. Now, if you find any hair that you see sticking out and you don't like it, take your flat iron and curl it down. I got lucky this time and I don't need to do that. Maybe this one a little bit because it's a little weird curl right there. I'm actually gonna take my curling iron and redirect the curl. There we go. Okay, now that we're here, this is how I like this part. I'm just gonna lift this, kind of push it this way, and then spray. Lift all these up so they have more body. Now I like to stick my fingers in there and then pull up so everything becomes separated. All right, so I like to use like a light hold, medium hold hairspray. The one that I just used is the Hold Me. I really like this one, and I kind of set it between the medium and the low setting, and I spray everything. I do really like this hairspray. Another really good one is the Air Control Hairspray by Aveda. I use that one all the time. It smells so good and it works great. It's very movable. And another one that I really like using is the Ion. This is the Workable Shine Hairspray, and it's kind of like a dry texture spray and a hairspray in one. And this one's really cheap. And then if you guys want a texture spray, I always suggest the Kevin Murphy Bedroom Hair. It's amazing. I usually use that on day 2 when I do this type of hairstyle. Now, if your bottoms are still a little frizzy, just take some Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum, put it in the palm of your hands, and then kind of rub it in there, and then just touch the ends of your hair to make them smooth and separated. You can also use like a texture cream like 80H Dry. That one works great too. But here you go. Here is the final look of the hairstyle that you guys suggested from my last photo. I'm gonna go ahead and do a 360 for you guys right here. Isn't it adorable? I just love this sass. Like, you guys know, if you guys have been here for a while, you guys know how much I love sassy hair, and I know a lot of you guys do too. So this is a very fun hairstyle. I hope that I took this tutorial a little slower so you guys can understand the exact technique of how to wand curl your hair with a regular curling iron. Send me all the pictures of you guys trying out this hairstyle. I love watching you guys recreate some of the things that I show you. If you haven't already, give this video a like. It really helps me out. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. All right, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.